Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to the LSRTV Friday night doubleheader right here on iRacing Live. First stop, it's the Roddcar Truck Tour here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where we get set to roll the dice for 83 laps, 125 miles on the scheduled distance for race number 14 as we close in on the final handful of races, I should say, here tonight, including tonight. 5 more races left on the schedule here. And we got quite the battle for the points championship, as well as one guy looking to make a lot more history here. After his big win last week at Fontana at Auto Club Speedway, Brandon Traburco picked up his 3rd win of the season. All 3 of those coming within the last 5 races. Did that again last season as well. He picked off 5 wins in the Roddcar Truck Tour. Unfortunately, missed a whole bunch of races. Couldn't run for the championship as well. Did the same this season. So gonna just sit there and click off some wins, and he's doing just that. We look at the championship standing so far after 13 races. Christian Peterson leads the battle right now, 16 points over teammate Seth the Merchant. Rodney Wofford sits in the 3rd spot. Rod Flag 4th. Casey Malone rounds out the top 5, and really with 5 races to go, it's pretty much a 3-truck battle here, Josh. Just Seth the Merchant 16 points back, and still mathematically in it. Rodney Wofford 32 back. He's got to get some things going, like hitting victory lane. The 2 guys right ahead of him, they're already 2 wins on the season so far, so he's got to start knocking off some wins if he wants a chance to get back into this one.
Yeah, exactly. Back on one of these cookie cutter 1.5 mile racetracks here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Definitely, I would say, favors a couple of those multi-winners this season, either Casey Malone, Seth the Merchant, or Christian Peterson, or Brandon Traburco, just like you had mentioned, getting those 3 wins here recently. But, the biggest thing I'd say is it's really a night for Christian Peterson not to screw up. Seth the Merchant will not be with us tonight, so really if Rodney Wofford can pull off getting a good finish and Christian doesn't, that would be the biggest impact. As long as Christian can just finish out fine, this point championship might be wrapped up here with Christian. But either way, it's going to be an exciting night. All those other guys trying to go out there and get their first wins this season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with that. As the season winds down, we get set to get it underway here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But first, let's send it down trackside now for tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank Jaden Berkey for that rendition of tonight's national anthem. And of course, the Thunderbirds for the flyover as well. The virtual Thunderbirds, I should say. And a pretty cool thing when you can watch some of those videos as well. But we get set as qualifying gets set to finish in about 2 seconds here. So we'll go ahead and give it a look at Casey Malone, top of the board. 2 wins already on the season. Looking for more here tonight. Brandon Traburco, like you said, one of the hottest drivers so far in this season here, especially of late in the last 5 weeks, picking up 3 wins, including back-to-back just a few weeks ago at Michigan and Kentucky. So that time, we'll check out now our LSRTV starting lineup on the pole with a 30-2-1-2. That is the 92 of Casey Malone, Brandon Traburco. We'll start to his outside in row number 1. Rod Flagg, fastest in practice tonight. He'll roll off in that third position, while outside in the 94, that's Frank Busilia, and Matt Quick in the 89 rounds out our top 5.
Anthony Yankello starts P6 tonight. Jason Altman's going to start on the bottom of row number 4. Christian Peterson to his outside, championship leader. Starting out tonight, Shane McKeechin, and round out top 10, Mark Jorgensen Jr.
11th will be the 7 of Rodney Wofford. Dana Osborne will start 12th. 13th goes to the 24 of Ryan Keese. Garrett Haggerty will start 14th. And Sean Bowney, 1 win already on this season. He'll roll off 15th.
Return to the league, Daniel Holloway, number 17 truck, will start 16th tonight. Corey Henry, 17th. Ramon Evans starts 18th. And shotgun on the field, Glenn Hendrick did not qualify in a time, but will start back there with no practice.
Well, Josh, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, high banks through the corners, 1.5 miles. You're really turning all the way off of turn number 4 all the way to turn number 1. It's a unique racetrack. It's bumpy in turns 1 and 2. You'll see these guys not so much ride that bottom white line, but maybe a groove or so up the racetrack to try to avoid those bumps. But at the same time, this track can lead to some fantastic side-by-side racing. And if we get strung out quite enough, we might even see some green flag pit stops here tonight.
That's exactly it. Definitely a racetrack that's going to provide a lot of action, so look for the guys to stay pretty close together, especially with the fixed setup as this season has rolled on. Made for some close racing throughout each and every week. Gotta wait. Last couple laps have been pretty exciting here in the last few weeks. Crashes on the end of a lot of them there, Andy, and produced a different winner that was came to the white flag as the leader. So definitely can't wait or can't stay there until the finish line. So.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The 3 of Brandon Chaburko actually picked up his first win of the season, actually, at Michigan when the 2 leaders, Seth DeMerchant and Christian Peterson, made contact off of turn number 4. And they did just the same last week at Auto Club. So almost a mirror image of what happened in Michigan some 5 weeks ago, I should say. Happened again last week for Brandon Chaburko. The seas parted, and he picks up his 3rd win of the season. And he's in a pretty good starting spot here tonight outside of that front row, looking for his 4th win now on the season. Of course, he did pick up 5 wins last season. A pretty good feat for that driver. This is only the 2nd season for the Roddcar Truck Tour, so already 8 wins to his credit for that number 3 truck, and he's already looking top all-time now for the Truck Series wins.
Yeah, and these guys had a little bit of an off week, so definitely got a little bit rested up there between the IROC Series last week where we saw some great action. So these guys ready to get back in those trucks and see what they can do. A little bit of fixed setups here at the 1.5 miles, so a little different. So back at it, and here they come, getting ready to take that green flag in. I'm sure they're all ready.
Oh, yeah, they're absolutely ready. And we'd like to welcome you all who are tuning in tonight, LSRTV and iRacing Live. Get set to do battle with the Roddcar Truck Tour right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Casey Malone in that 92, waiting for the green flag. It waves, and we're racing here. Look at that 3 with a jump on the outside. Might have timed that a little bit too early right there. Jumps out to the lead. We'll see if he gets black flag or not, but he'll take off the lead now into turn number 1 and 2. Rod Flagg now looking for that 3rd position, trying to take that away from that 94 of Frank Busilia. He will have him clear there off of turn number 2. We'll continue to battle side by side just behind him.
Yeah, you got side-by-side action mostly all the way down the backstretch, 2 and 2 wide, about 5 rows deep. Still staying that way. The outside losing a bit of head steamway, though. It's a little bit of 3 wide action almost there on the front stretch. Still everybody trying to get single file outside. Frank Busiala trying to hold on to that 4th spot right now. Matt Quick to his inside, but starting to single file out behind him.
Yeah, it is starting to now. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide now. Jason Altman's with a huge run through 1 and 2. He'll go to the inside now on Matt Quick. Going to make that a side-by-side battle as Frank Busilia was able to hang on to that 4th position. They'll battle it out right now. That 51 had such a head of steam through 1 and 2 right there. Able to pull up alongside that 89 of Matt Quick. Unable, though, to complete the pass right now as they still go wheel to wheel back into turn 1.
Yeah, 2 buddies right there, that 51 of Jason Altman's and that 89 of Matt Quick side by side through the corner. But look up front, there's a battle for the lead. Casey Malone to the inside of Brandon Chaburko. Can he get it done? Not yet. And unfortunately, can't get the run off the corner to 3. Able to use that outside to his advantage to keep that momentum. Single file back to 5th place.
Yeah, some 3 wide action a little further back. The 24, Ryan Keese, up on the high side, able to get around those other 2 drivers. We'll focus back up towards the front, though. That 92, Casey Malone. This is one of those tracks where you're faster on the bottom. However, if there's somebody to your outside on corner exit, usually that momentum will carry you because those trucks on the bottom will push up just a bit, get a little bit tight. You can see it right there. Casey Malone had the advantage once again going into turn number 1. But on that high side, that 3 of Brandon Jaburko able to hang on, at least for the time being. They continue now, side by side, for that lead.
Yeah, most everybody else is all single filed out, just like we said. Jason Altman's able to get around the 89 Matt Quick for 5th place, still side by side for that lead, though. If Casey Malone stays down there too long, he's going to wear out those tires and not going to be very good here at the end of the run.
Yeah, that right front tire definitely will start to wear out pretty quickly. Look at Rod Flagg now with the move to the outside on that 92, and he's looking for that second spot as well here, too, as they race down into 3 and 4. Frank Busilia showing a lot of speed as well. Look at the 26, Rod Flagg with a bold move right there off of the corner. Went to the high side on entry in turn number 3, trying to cross him up coming off the corner exit there. Casey Malone able to hold on to that spot. But look at Frank Busilia. Look at the 51 coming into the picture now. We got 5 trucks now looking for the race lead.
I tell you what, that big mess there with Matt Quick, unfortunately, was the one that got shuffled back at that. Lost about 5 positions all the way back there, about 10th place right now. Still side by side with Christian Peterson. Rod Flagg still battling. Jason Altman's there for 4th. Oh, crossover move. It looks like Altman's is going to get the better of him here. Still that battle up front. Still won't give up. That number 3 of Brandon Jaburko's trying to get around that 92 of Casey Malone. But, oh, to the high side, blocking everywhere. This should be a pretty good one.
Yeah, what's some moves right there. The 92 looking for an advantage on the high side. He saw how much it was working for Brandon Jaburko, so he decided to go up there right now, and that leaves that inside open for Frank Busilia. He'll take that inside lane now, trying to give the push for the 3 truck. Brandon Jaburko trying to hang on to that lead, but look at the high side. Oh, they make contact right there. The 94 and the 92 there make a little door-to-door contact off of turn number 4. Doesn't look like too much damage to those trucks now as they race through 1 and 2. Jaburko way up to the high side to block that momentum of the 92. Leaves the bottom side open now, and they're 2 by 2 now, 2 rows deep for the top spot.
Get a little bump drafting going here early before we get to High Super Speedway later on. Rod Flagg pushing Frank down the backstretch. Fortunately, it looks like the 92 might be able to carry enough steam to retain that second position. Maybe not. He might have used those tires up a little bit too much. Brandon Jaburko moving out to a 3 truck length lead right now. Everybody's trying to get around, but that 24, Ryan Keese, is on the move right now. Started P13 there. Andy already up to 5th place. That's pretty good after not recording any practice laps. So on the move so far, up to 5th.
Yeah, obviously a fast race truck, 3 wide just behind him there. Christian Peterson looking to the high side of Rodney Wofford. Not going to happen. And that 24, like you said, using that high side to his advantage here early on to make up all those positions now. Looking again, once again there, almost to go 3 wide. Oh, contact. The 94 and the 26 of Rod Flagg make contact on quarter entry. And that's going to send that 26 up into the wall in turn number 1. And our first caution of the night here on lap number 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like they were trying to go 3 wide there. Maybe a little bit Rodney jumping to the bottom. I think probably Rod thought he might have been clear of that 94 and just went up, and unfortunately got the 24 himself and the 46 of Anthony Ankello, as you see the replay here. A couple of those trucks pretty, not too much damage really, as you see the replay, but enough that they're not going to be the best trucks out there. Hopefully they'll be able to get it in pit road and get those fixed up.
So no resets in this race for these guys. So big, wow, got some crazy action going on all over here underneath the caution flag.
Oh!
Look at the 8 of Dana Osborne now spinning it out down on the 8. But I don't know what. I'll tell you this, Josh. This is Friday the 13th, and it is a full moon tonight. So maybe that's what's going on here.
I tell you what, either that or that pace car is just going that slow. Right now, the leader's only going 60 miles an hour, so I guess everybody wasn't really ready for that there on the backstretch. A couple guys spun out, one hit the inside wall. I think that was the 8 of Dana Osborne. But looking down pit road right now, ooh, little contact there coming in on that 24 and 51. Trying to find their spots so nobody gets black flags. But Brandon Jaburko leading them down pit road, Casey Malone and Rodney Wofford.
It looks like that 3 will lead him down pit road. Casey Malone on the outside there. He's got the first pit stall, so these guys are going to have to turn in here pretty quickly. Looks like they'll all get into their their spot's pretty good here, but we talk about this track being pretty abrasive, pretty rough on these tires as well. So we'll definitely, I expect 4 tires of fuel for everybody here, and it looks like for our leaders, that's exactly what it is. The 3 of Brandon Jaberko. Looks like the 92 caught speeding. He's still sitting on pit road, so that's, or maybe damage on that truck, trying to get that fixed up. But the big winner out of that will be that 7 truck of Rodney Wofford there. Start at 11th. He'll come out 2nd after that round of pit stops. So good job by his crew. We talked about him needing some points here tonight. 32 now out of the championship battle from Christian Peterson going into tonight. 5 races, including tonight, left to crown our champion, so plenty of time to do it, but he's got to get doing it now and doing it quickly here, especially clicking off some wins and a lot of laps led here to get those bonus points. That's exactly what he's need. But got that 71 of Christian Peterson just behind him. And so these guys get set under our first caution of the night here. 12 laps about to be completed, and it'll be a good one here tonight. Obviously, it has been so far, the battles we've had up front. So the battles up front pretty good, but let's talk about some of these track facts, Josh, with this racetrack. Of course, the 1.5 miles, but unique track in its own. They're on the, we have... Looking at the track facts here for Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Of course, the 1.5 mile, but progressive banking through the turns. 12 degrees on the bottom, 20 degrees all the way up to the top spot. And of course, 1.5 mile speedway. This is definitely one of the unique ones. But the progressive banking is exactly why we see that this that these racetracks. The top side actually takes into form, and they're able to use that momentum on the high side to really make that top groove work.
Yeah, unfortunately, my mic was not working there. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but anyway, just like you were saying, we got those track facts up for you there. But I tell you what, another good runner on that pit stop right there, Andy, was that 71 of Christian Peterson. He actually got out there and got up to 3rd position right behind Rodney Wofford. So, unfortunately, him making a little bit of progress is not really helping him so far. So, we'll definitely have to wait and see how it unfolds from here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Green flag back out now as Brandon Jaberko jumps out to a quick lead here, about 5-6 truck lengths, 3 wide now for that 2nd spot. Rodney Wofford having some trouble on that restart. And allowed that 88 of Mark Jorgensen Jr. from out of nowhere now up to that 2nd spot here. He started 10th on the night here at the beginning. Side by side, though, still for that 3rd spot. Christian Peterson looks like he'll take that over now. So the top 4 single file. Side by side, that's Corey Henry. Jason Altman's now battling for that 5th spot, and they'll continue to do it down into turn number 1.
The guys are going to battle as much as they can on these fresh tires, but I tell you what, we saw there, Casey Malone definitely lost the lead after he battled hard under Brandon Jaberko out there for a while.
Yeah, there are some wild stuff going on off at the corner of exit turn number 2 there. The 12 of Corey Henry, 3 wide, almost making some contact as he came up the racetrack. It got awfully close there. He had to let off the throttle. Actually got a bump from behind from Jason Altman, so everybody able to keep it up, but it stacked him up quite a bit there on back. Look at the 88 of Jorgensen Jr. It looks like all that speed he was showing, the 3 of Brandon Jaberko said, "Here, buddy, just take it." You know, those 2 guys, pretty good friends when it comes to the racing. They work well together in the I Super Speedway Series. So Brandon Jaberko right there just letting the 88 go, let him get the lap sled. Rodney Wofford trying to take advantage of that little bit of momentum the 3 lost there, giving up the lead.
Yeah, I tell you what, that 88 normally qualifies pretty well enough toward the front there in the beginning of the races. Oh, a little bit the 3 there. Almost got some contact, but like I was saying, the 88 usually starts up to the front, but just wasn't working on that first round of those tires there, Andy, but it looks like he's coming through now.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Brandon Jaberko almost flat out lost it there off of turn number 4 that last time there, and what a great job to save it he did right in front of the field. It was all happening right now, but it's like that 3 struggling a little bit with the handling now. There's a couple more trucks looking to go on the high side, so after restarting here in the top spot on this most recent restart. He's dropped back now all the way to that fifth spot here now on the racetrack. So he's got a lot of work to do right now to get back up there. Battle for the lead, though. Rodney Wofford, he's caught that 88. He's giving him a lot of havoc now going into turn 3.
I'm sure that 88 of Mark Jorgens is not going to give up very easily, though. Although that 7 of Rodney Wofford obviously was fast there on that last stint, so he definitely has a chance to stay in the lead or catch Jorgensen and pass him.
Mark Jorgensen Jr., one of those guys having some tough breaks going on the end of 2015. It definitely has turned things around this season, and been so close to getting the wins here. Finished a couple times there in the second spot during the Truck Series. Hasn't quite gotten that first win he needs. Did get a win, though, in the Ice Super Speedway Series, and if you remember that interview, he was pretty excited. Woke up his wife and everything, and he didn't care. So Mark Jorgensen Jr. running up front. You're going to give that lap lead that time, though, to Rodney Wofford. There's across the start-finish line. Just about side-by-side now still for that race lead. It looks like the high side going to prevail, though, this time off of turn number 2. Give that 7 truck now sole possession of the race lead. And we'll have to keep an eye on that 51. Jason Altman's has been showing a lot of speed as well here tonight, up to the 3rd spot now.
Yeah, I tell you what, Jason Altman's definitely been, he was pretty good in practice and qualifying, 7th and 7th, but was able to work his way up to 4th position, staying right behind those guys right now. Mark Jorgensen Jr. now up to 3rd after passing Christian Peterson. He is definitely looking at the lead. Look at dive bomb here on the 88, looking to get around. It's not the fastest way around, but if he can make it stick, which he doesn't, unfortunately. But I tell you what, another big mover here, Andy, is Corey Henry, up 12 spots from the green flag start of 17th, up to 5th right now. Definitely another one on the move.
Yeah, it definitely is somebody on the move here. Pretty good battle, though. We saw it on the first go-around. We're seeing it now in this second stint of green flag racing with the top 4 guys just not being able to separate themselves. We've had some changes for the lead after that 3 of Brandon Jaburko led pretty much that first opening 12 laps, 13 laps there on that initial green flag run. So he has fallen back now to the 6th spot on the racetrack, and the rest of these top guys here in the top 4 all sitting there right hooked up, basically bumper to bumper right now. Corey Henry trying to catch up to him. He's in that 5th spot. Little trouble there off of turn number 4. It's going to open up the inside lane. It's going to give Brandon Jaburko the opportunity now to get one of those spots back, get himself back into the top 5. And he'll at least cross the start-finish line right there and clear him as they head back to 1.
Yeah, I tell you what, it might be interesting to hear these guys at the end of the race and see if, being out front is a big key here, because you see Rodney Wofford just pretty much cruising right now with Mark Jorgensen behind him, but Brandon, after leading all those laps to begin with, stuck back in 5th place, and the guy that was running right next to him, Casey Malone, had to fix some damage there, but he is all the way back in 17th, 18 seconds back. So you got to be figuring he's kind of upset with his run right now, but he is on the track trying to get back to the front, but I think his truck is pretty hurt at this point. But looking back up front, still Mark Jorgensen trying to get to Rodney Wofford's bumper, just not working right now.
Yeah, just not quite. We're seeing, I think, the draft play into effect a little bit too as well, why these guys have been able to stay pretty much close to each other here through these opening laps here, about 10 or so that we've gone since we got on green flag racing again here. And that 51, Jason Altman's now starting to fall back just a bit, as is the 71 of Christian Peterson. Both of those guys over the last couple of laps have lost a few tenths of a second from the leaders. It looks like those trucks just pushing a little bit through the center and corner exit, especially in turns 3 and 4. At least that's what I saw the last time around. That 3 of Brandon Jaburko starting to catch these guys, so whatever it was that had him fall back here on the restart is definitely, it looks like the truck's starting to come back to him as we continue to run under the green flag conditions. Take a look back, pretty good battle going on around that top 10 area there. Jay McEachin leading that little freight train. He's got the 94 of Frank Busilia looking to his outside right now. Not quite able to get there just as of yet. There he is right now, side by side.
Yeah, as that's going on, the battle for the lead. Mark Jorgensen, the 51 and the 71. A little contact there going into turn number 3. 71, real slow on the bottom. It looks like he's going to be able to save it, but real slow right now. Oh, wow, that could spell hard for the points leader there, but Mark Jorgensen Jr. still trying to get it done side by side for the lead. And looks like the 7 is going to be able to stay in front of the 88 there.
Yeah, just barely there. Looked like the top side prevailed once again there for that 7 truck. So, hey, it's one of them things. I think he said, hey, if you want the bottom, take the bottom, but I'll take the top side and keep that momentum up. And right now it's working for the 7. He's able to hang on to that lead for the time being. With all that stuff that went on in the back there, Brandon Chaburko now up to the 3rd spot here. Corey Henry now in the 4th. And look who made it. I was just talking about that battle around the top 10 area. Sean Bounty was running 9th 2 laps ago. Now look at him, top 5 for him with all that trouble that happened there with that 71 of Christian Peterson. Sean Bounty able to get himself now up around out of these guys, and he's got a pretty comfortable position he's in right now. Frank Busilia struggling a little bit behind him with that 21 of Glenn Hedrick just behind or taking that spot from him right now as they go back to turn 1.
Yeah, Casey Malone falling a lap down right there to the 7 of Rodney Wofford. Unfortunate for him. Brandon Chaburko back up to 3rd, though, but I tell you what, Andy, tonight it looks like starting in the back didn't really matter. You got guys that started 11th, 10th, 2nd, 17th, 15th, and 19th in the top 6 right now. So all those guys that started 1st, 2nd, 3rd pretty much are near the back of the pack. So these guys able to work their way through all that couple incidents to start with, and we're starting to set sail as Mark Durkin is still trying to get around Rodney Wofford. Unfortunately for Brandon Chaburko, he is not catching them, even though they're doing the battle up front.
Yeah, they are. If they continue to do this side-by-side battle, and that they are, that 3 should be able to, in theory, catch up a little bit more. Right now sits about a second back off of the race lead here. About to complete lap number 30. Gives us 53 laps left to go here. Let's take a moment. We'll step aside. You're watching the Roddcar Truck Tour right here on LSRTV, the voice of sim racing. Welcome back here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We just got under our second caution of the night. Trouble off of turn number 4 between our race leaders, Rodney Wofford, Mark Jorgensen Jr., running side by side for that lead. Looks like the 88 just came up the track just a little bit too much on corner exit. Ended up hooking his rear bumper to that front of the 7 truck, and both of those guys heavy damage to that to their race trucks here on lap number 35. Pit road will be open for our leaders, and head down to the pit boxes for service.
Yeah, those guys are going down the getting down the pit road right here. Unfortunately there for Jorgensen and Wofford, a little bit of net code, about a foot in between them when that happened. But Brandon Chaburko leads them down. Corey Henry up to 2nd spot. Sean Bounty out there in 3rd. Surprise person stays out. The 94 Frank Busiala will inherit the lead there and get a bonus point, but you'll look down at the end of pit road. Here comes that 3.
Going to slide into his box rather easily right there, and no trouble for him anywhere around him. Whoa, the 89 of Matt Quick there, sliding into the box. Looks like he'll overshoot. He'll have to back up here, see if he can get service done to his truck. Now he's actually got to back up further, so big trouble for that 89 machine. Chimerko will win the race off of pit road. Look at Sean Bounty now up to that 2nd spot. Great job by him to just avoid the 2 wrecks that happened right in front of him. And now he finds himself in a pretty good position here to battle for the race lead when we get back to racing.
Yeah, we were just talking to Mark Jorgensen on the radio, and he was a little upset with that 7 trying to get around him. He was definitely faster than him, and seemed like he just tried to, move him a little bit out of the way, and Rodney didn't budge and just decided to hook the 88. So obviously no mercy here on Roddcar Truck Tour Friday nights. Those guys, I'll be battling for the iSuperspeedway Championship coming up here later on tonight as the chase opens up with round number 1. So a little bit of nerves, I guess, going on here. Probably a little bit of tempers will fly later on as well. So hopefully not too much, but those guys already got some tempers flying for sure.
Absolutely, and can't forget tonight, 10 p.m., like you just mentioned, the chase, the iSuper chase gets underway. Round number 1 at Daytona, a feature event, 25-lap B main, and then the A main, 50 laps to finish it off for the nightcap here tonight. So an interesting championship run as well, too. 16 guys have qualified for the championship based on their points where they stand in the season standings, and of course all the guys who were able to pick up wins to solidify themselves in the chase as well. So that'll be getting underway, and we should have a lot of fun with that. 16 drivers, and after 2 races, that's it, just 2 races, it's going to get cut down to 6 drivers. So a lot to be had in these first couple of weeks for the chase, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And talk about pressure on these drivers to not have a mistake. One mistake, like in tonight's race, could put them out of contention to get themselves into that second round. So a lot riding on the race here coming up tonight, the opening round of the chase, the iSuperspeedway Series. So hopefully you tune in for that coming up right after we conclude the Roddcar Truck Tour here. Set you up, though. Brandon Chimerko back up to the top spot. Sean Bounty now in second. Glenn Hedrick, how about him? Started 19th tonight, up to 3rd. A great job by him so far all night long, keeping that truck clean, getting himself up to the front. Frank Cilia will restart in the 4th spot, and Anthony Ankello in the 46 truck making a return to the Roddcar Truck Tour. He'll restart in the 5th spot as we get the 1 to go this time, and complete lap number 37, and we're just about almost to that halfway point here, and we've seen some pretty good racing here so far tonight. A lot of battles for the lead tonight, Josh.
Yeah, and a lot of different names up front. Besides Brandon Chimerko leading and Sean Bounty to his outside was his rookie campaign and winning. 1 win on his first year here. You got some guys that haven't won. Glenn Hedrick, Anthony Ankello, just as you mentioned. Ramon Evans also looking for his first win. Dana Osborne up there in the top 6 as well. So you got some guys that are definitely hungry. So, we still got a ways to go. But
we absolutely do here. 83 laps on the scheduled distance here tonight, and we work lap number 38. We will complete it this next time by when we get the green flag. And Chimerko, one of the hottest drivers over the last few weeks, 3 wins in the last 5 races. Nowhere in contention for the championship. He missed about a month or so, 4 weeks earlier in the season. So it's all about wins for him. It was that way last season as he picked up 5 wins to lead the series in the inaugural season as well here tonight. So our second restart of the night, getting ready to get that underway. The pace car will look again to the safety of pit road. This time, Brandon Chimerko will lead us to the green flag once again. This time, though, that 34, Sean Bounty to his outside. The green flag waves, and look at that 3, Brandon Chimerko all the way down to the apron, trying to lose these guys, not let them get that draft early on here. He'll pull out down to about a 2-3 truck length lead right now. It's the 34, Sean Bounty. He's got a battle with himself with Glenn Hedrick now to the inside. Here comes Christian Peterson as well for 3rd.
3 wide there, trying to go 3 more wide. Sean Bounty looking to the outside, 71, and Christian Peterson trying to go down there. Glenn Hedrick up to 2nd place, though. Still some battles there behind, but trying to single file out 2 by 2 there for 2nd place. But Brandon Chimerko, wow, just dominated that restart, got out to at least a 6-7 truck length lead already, and is already starting to pull away from those guys. Still battling there for the second spot.
Yeah, it looks like here, too, struggling again on the restart. 71's going to take over the race lead off of turn number 2. Sean Bounty now going to get a nose on the rear deck lid of that 3 truck for that second spot as Glenn Hedrick continues to try to make his way up through the field. 83 of Ramon Evans now to his outside. And Sean Bounty will have to fall in line in third now as the 3 truck falls back in line into that second spot. And he makes up some pretty good ground. He's got a fast race truck. Definitely has some speed off of turn number 4. Carries him down the front straightaway and into turn number 1. Goes directly to that top side there and tries to get that momentum once again here for that race lead. He closes right on the back bumper now of that 71 of Christian Peterson. And that's one of those guys, maybe that's why he runs the number 3 on his vehicles. But I'll tell you what, you never know the unpredictable level of talent that 3 has, Brandon Chaburko. You never know. I mean, that'd be one guy I saw in my mirror. I'd be like, all right, what is he going to do? Where's he going to go? What's he going to try this time?
Yeah, but while he's doing that, pushing that 71, here comes Bounty. Already pretty much cleared the 3 car. Looking for that race lead now below the 71 of Peterson. Totally different lines. And that 34 may clear. He's clear right now. If he drifts up, he's got it. And Sean Bounty. Wow, what a pass.
Yeah, what a pass for that 34 truck all the way from the 8th spot, or excuse me, from the 15th starting spot here, and he takes over the race lead right now. And look at Glenn Hedrick still battling for that second spot now on the inside of Christian Peterson as the 3 of Brandon Chaburko gets a good run off of turn number 2. We'll try to give a little help now to the 71, but look at this battle we got now. Here comes the 71 again now to the inside for that race lead, and we'll get that 34 Sean Bounty cleared before they exit turn number 4. And look at all the action we got going on. 3 wide once again. Dana Osborne now in the middle. Corey Henry to his outside, and Frank Vasili on the inside.
What is this, a last lap of Talladega? We got guys passing everybody 3 wide, 2 wide, bumping into each other there. The 21 into the 3. We got all type of excitement. Big, huge runs on the outside there by Corey Henry going around the 21 right now. Getting single filed out for those front 3.
Yeah, that 12's been fast too all night long. Had to stumble on pit road that put him a little further back on this restart here, so he's been able to climb his way back up now to the 4th spot, trying to clear that 21. Not just as of yet battle for the lead, still heats up a little bit here. Sean Bounty still looking to the outside now of that 71 of Christian Peterson, trying to get some sort of run he can off of turn number 2, and gets a pretty decent one there, almost diamonding the corner. Look at the 3 of Brandon Chaburko with the run he's got too as well off of turn number 2, and they'll look to the inside now. Battle for the race lead once again. Here comes the 3.
I tell you what, this is the first time I've really seen multiple grooves definitely working here in the Truck Series. That dynamic track might be actually coming into effect here a little bit at Las Vegas, because everybody all over the track getting huge runs or passing big time on the bottom. The 3 gets a big run there on the bottom of the 71, but as he tries to drift up, that 71's going to have a huge run off of turn 2. Is he able to capitalize on it, though? That 34 is below him. Probably not. 3 protects the bottom.
I mean, I look through this whole field right now. We got 6, 7 trucks, and then you got 8, 9, and 10 right there, right behind these guys. But how about these top 7? 2 by 2 now, 3 rows deep for that second spot, all the way back to 7th. And you got Dana Osborne with Frank Vasili battling side by side as well. Brandon Chaburko trying to lead this pack all the way through here. Is down on the bottom, the 34, Sean Bounty, not giving up on the bottom just as of yet, even though that top side still with the momentum. Looking at 12 now, Corey Henry, he's looking for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, those guys are all battling just past halfway now, Andy, and these guys are acting like the last couple laps. Just like I said, the 71 going for the lead again here under Brandon Chaburko. It's just crazy out there. 2 by 2 by 2 right now for the top 6 positions. Looking, the 71's going to get around the 3. Looking 3 wide behind them, Sean Bounty. Gosh, there is excitement all over the racetrack. But I think we probably should get that mid-race rundown before something happens here, because it's definitely getting a little dicey out there, Andy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. As we cross that halfway point of tonight's race, it's time to look at that iRacing Midway Race Break. Of course, brought to you by iRacing.com, the leader in motorsports simulation and the official sim racing partner of NASCAR. That time as they cross the start-finish line, Brandon Chaburko will edge out that 71 of Christian Peterson just for the time being. Corey Henry sits 3rd, Sean Bounty in that 4th spot. 5th goes to Frank Vasili. Glenn Hedrick now in the 6th spot. 7th to Dana Osborne. Daniel Holloway all the way from 16th. He's up to 8th. 9th is Ramon Evans, and Shane McKeechin rounds up top 10.
Jared Haggerty 6th, 11th. Anthony Ankello 12th. 13th, Matt Quick. 14th, we got Casey Malone. 15th, Jason Altman. Sorry there, Jason. 3 laps down currently. Rodney Wofford off, 13 laps down. Mark Jorgensen 14 laps down. Rod Flanagan 18th. Ryan Keith out of the race, P19. But whew, it's a lot of guys out there battling, Andy.
Yeah, there is, and this has been your iRacing Midway Race Break. For more information on the wide variety of racing possibilities on the web, visit iRacing.com and sign up today. Nothing has changed up front in the fact that we got about 12 trucks now, all within, 11 trucks, all within a second of each other. I would think for a moment we're at a super speedway race, but we're not. We're at a mile and a half where these guys are supposed to get spread out, and they're absolutely not. Look at the 3. Take over that second spot once again, and Frank Brasilia trying to make some noise as well as he tries to get around that 34, Sean Bounty. That is the battle for third now off of turn 4.
I tell you what, it's a gaggle up there. There's cars everywhere. But I tell you what's interesting, right there, the 21 and Glenn Hedrick just pulled off on the backstretch, stopped. Not sure what happened, but he's got some type of issue. But the 28 of Shane McKeechin, unfortunately, just got spun out there on the front stretch all by himself under Dana Osborne. Not sure what actually happened. It's got a little bit loose, but able to save it. No caution back up front. We still look at that lead, still 2 by 2. Coming up on lap car, the 51 of Jason Altman's. Not sure where they're going to go because they are already producing plenty of excitement just side by side.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They make their way around him, at least the front 2 do. For front 3, 4, 5 now as they head into turn number 1. Still side by side for that race lead off of turn number 2. Trying to keep that momentum up. It's the 71 of Christian Peterson. They'll still drag race now for that top spot. That allows the 94 of Frank Brasilia now to come up behind. Problem is, he's got nowhere to go right now. He's got to pretty much just sit there and guess which line's going to get the advantage. He drops down to the bottom now behind that 3 of Brandon Chaburko, as well does the 34 of Sean Bounty and Corey Henry. So all these guys trying to get what they can and try to get around the race leader right now. Christian Peterson not going to lead that lap that time. They'll give it to the 3 of Brandon Chaburko, but not by much.
Yeah, we were hearing a little bit on the radio there, Mark Jorgensen, right after that wreck. He said the biggest problem is you can't pass the leader. It's so hard to get past the guy in front of you right now, even if you're way faster than him. That 3 of Chaburko really holds the key to the race right now, just staying out front. If he can protect that high line, then he can hold off the bottom. If you just keep that big run, those guys behind you are going to battle all they want, use up those tires, but unfortunately, unless he screws up a little bit, Andy, I think it's going to be pretty hard to get around that 3.
Tell you what, these guys, it may have been hard to pass that last go-around, but I think we've seen more changes for the lead this run here right now. But that 3 of Brandon Chaburko trying to pull away just a little bit. It's about the time of the run where these tires will start wearing off, and I think how hard we've seen these guys drive over the past 10 laps or so as Chaburko continues to cut through the grass and mow the grass down here on the front straightaway. Not exactly sure why. That last run, he made up some time doing that when he was sitting third, but it's just, I don't know. It's just an odd line to go through the grass like that. So much could happen going through there. You could lose control of your truck so easily right there. Third place swap again. Sean Bounty now up to the 3rd spot, just able to get around Frank Brasilia, and we'll see if these guys can continue to run down the 3 and the 71 as Christian Peterson looking to pad his lead here tonight. Obviously, Seth the Merchant not in the race tonight, and as well, look at this again, another change for the lead. So I don't know what that 88 was thinking that nobody could pass, because they're doing it right now.
I tell you what, yeah, just like you were saying, the 71 went to the lead there, but as his championship competitors there, Seth the Merchant not racing tonight, and Rodney Wofford now off and out of the race, sitting in P number 16. Actually, he has got his truck back, just got back out on the racetrack, making up a couple laps right now. But Christian definitely with the big points tonight so far, as long as he's able to stay up there in front and not have any issues. But yeah, the 3 able to not able to hold off the 71. He was down there in that grass. Not recommended to anybody out there on iRacing. Usually not the fastest way around, but Brandon was able to get it done. Looking to the high side of that 71, but he's right back there again, Andy, so he's obviously doing something that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why or what his thought was there, giving up the lead, the race lead there, going to the high side a couple laps ago, but he definitely hasn't lost pace with the leader at all here. More lap traffic for these guys to get around. Round flag the 26 first up, then the 92 of Casey Malone trying to hang on to it. These last car was the last car on the lead lap. He'll currently now go down 1 lap to the negative here. Pit stops, green flag pit stops starting to happen. The 94 of Frank Busilia, first one of the leaders to head down pit road, trying to take advantage maybe of those fresher tires, because once they get back on the racetrack and these tires are worn, you're looking at almost a 2-second difference as far as lap time. So we'll have to see how long these guys stay out and how much time that 94 can make up.
Yeah, those guys, let's see, the 94 of Frank Luciano, number 23, Jared Hagley, also down pit road currently. 12 trucks still on the lead lap at this point. Last truck on the lead lap, Matt Quick, 26 seconds behind, but you got to look at that battle up front. Those guys aren't ready to come down pit road. They're 3 all over the back of that 71 of Christian Peterson. And although it's spread out pretty much far behind them, everybody's getting a pretty decent gap. Not as gaggled as they were earlier in that exciting racing, but most of those guys, looks like Frank and Jared, are not going to be able to get back out on the lead lap. They are going to be just a little more than a lap and a quarter down at this point. Although pit stops are going to be cycling through, we got about 22, 23 laps left, so it'll depend on when they guys come in and how much Frank can make up before then.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can do here. A couple guys over the radio wondering if they can actually make it to the end here, so it'll be an interesting strategy call. Obviously, with the fresh tires, get a lot of speed, and I believe that the 3 truck might be coming down pit road this time as he slows way up, a little high up the racetrack, but he'll be able to make it down pit road. So Brandon Chaburko deciding to make his way down pit road along with the 34 of Sean Bounty. So those two will come down pit road that time. Ramon Evans now moves up into the second spot here. Quite a ways, though, off of the back bumper of that 71 machine. Corey Henry continues to stay out, along with Anthony Ankello, Dana Osborne as well. So looking at 94 trying to make his way up through the field there as he works on Dana Osborne in that 8 truck and Anthony Ankello to try to get him 2 now in one corner. And you can see the raw speed that the 4 tires give you, the advantage they give you right now. And Frank Busilia just definitely trying to take advantage of that while he can.
I tell you what, though, there, Andy, that the 3 actually got down pit road and didn't get a penalty. That was surprising after that entry. But I tell you what, it's not that much tire fall off, even though it looks like it a little bit. It's only about a second. The guys are falling about a second off from a 30.6 down to a 30.1 or 31.6. Here comes your leader, number 71, Christian Peterson, down pit road himself. Going to surrender the lead. Looks like to the 46 of Anthony Ankello. A couple of guys behind him. Ramon Evans also coming down pit road. Corey Henry. You also got Daniel Holloway who's going to stay out on the track as well. But everybody's cycling through right now, so we'll have to wait and see where everybody comes through at the end of this.
Yeah, we look at standings where they currently run right now. Frank Busilia on the lead lap once again here in the 9th spot, but he's ahead of the 3 of Brandon Chaburko. So just that couple extra laps that he was able to come down pit road ahead of those guys gave him the advantage here, and not quite sure exactly where they are as far as time difference here, because right now they're just showing 1 lap down for that 3 truck currently right now. But all these guys waiting for the cycle of green flag pit stops as we're inside 20 laps to go. Make it 18 this next time by. Here as our leader, Anthony Ankello, still in the 46, stays out another lap. So does the 8, Dana Osborne.
I tell you what, if the draft makes a big difference, that 94 Frank Busilia might be in a good spot. He's got a pretty decent lead between himself and second place Christian Peterson right now. Once they cycle through, those will be the 2 on the front of the field. About 2 seconds separate them, 2.2 that last time around. So if Christian can't get that draft and that those tires don't help out as much as we've been thinking, it could be spell winners for Frank Busilia. We'll see here. This lap difference is about the same, about 2.1, 2.2 seconds. So not making up that much yet, but we'll see once these tires fall off a little bit.
Yeah, and then you got to look 5 seconds back now for Frank Basilia back to that number 3 of Brandon Chaburko. So Chaburko's got a lot to do here in the last 15 laps or so to see if he can not get himself up there to continue to battle for the win here tonight. Anthony Kello still out on the racetrack. Not sure. We talked about a couple guys maybe trying to make it all the way. Not going to happen for the 46. He turns down to pit road now and come down to get service to his truck this time around. The 28 of Shane McKeechin going to continue to stay out, along with the 17 of Daniel Holloway. So still 2 more drivers left to make the trip down pit road and what they can do here the rest of this race here. Obviously giving up too much time being on the racetrack currently, so those 2 guys won't be able to pick up the win, I wouldn't think anyway. When they come down to make their pit stop, those other guys out on the racetrack definitely have the advantage for that. Frank Basilia, though, how about Matt Quick? Matt Quick already making his pit stop, and he made it a lot quicker than that 94 machine. And I think you're gonna see Matt Quick maybe get overtaken here momentarily by that 94, because looks like the tire's starting to wear out on that 89.
I tell you what, those tires are starting to wear out a little bit on that 94 as well. He sits 15.2 seconds. Christian Peterson has gained almost a whole second since they came out of the pits, so he's only 16 seconds behind right now. About a second separates each one of those trucks, but still out front. Shane McKeechin still trying to stretch that fuel as much as possible. Daniel Holloway as well, sitting there in second place. They're about 14, 15 seconds in front of leaders. Here goes the 94 around that 89 of Matt Quick to take over third position. Christian Peterson not too far behind, though, down with under a second.
Yeah, he's definitely gaining some time. So is the 3 of Brandon Chaburko, one of the fastest trucks on the racetrack as well. Lost a little bit of time that last go-around there. Looks like he's about 3 seconds off of Christian Peterson. Actually, I'm telling you what, I don't think my timing and scoring is right, because I think he's a little bit less than 3 seconds, but maybe he's not. But anyway, currently right now, the 89 of Matt Quick going to drop 2 spots right there. That moves Frank Basilia and Christian Peterson now just ahead of him up to that 3rd and 4th spot. 17 of Daniel Holloway and Shane McKeechin continue to stay out. Laps here on lap number 72. We're about to hit the 10 to go mark here in a couple laps, and it looks like the 28. Nope, he's going to stay out one more lap at least here. They crossed the line here, 11 to go.
Yeah, they are definitely slowing way, way down. That's 28 of Shane McKeechin, 33-second lap there. Looking back at the 71 of Christian Peterson, they're taking in laps about the 30.9, so almost a whole 2 seconds faster than those guys that took tires, trying to stretch it as far as possible. They got about 9 seconds. It's only gonna 2 seconds a lap there. It's not gonna be 5 laps or so before they get there. So those guys are definitely gonna need to stretch it out, or hope for a caution. Would probably be their biggest ally at this point, because those guys are coming. 9.4 seconds last lap. This lap gonna be close to that. It's 7.1, 2 seconds exactly to 71 to the bottom of the 94.
That is the battle right now for that 3rd position on the racetrack. Christian Peterson's going to take that spot, take it rather easily now as he pulls out about 5 truck lengths here off of turn number 2. So 71 looking to make up more ground, 7 seconds back off of your race lead. Will change just again once they cross the start-finish line this time by. We'll have 9 laps to go here at Vegas. We've had a lot of green flag racing here tonight, and it's been a joy to see in the trucks. These guys putting on a great show here tonight when they were all bunched up together there for that whole fuel run, and obviously this pit stop has separated them quite a bit. Brandon Chaburko still a couple seconds back, but he's making up some time, just not as much as he needs, I don't think, to catch that 71 before this thing's over.
No, and that 28 is unfortunately losing lots of time. The 83 about to go past him like a rocket ship. The 17 of Daniel Holloway has forgiven his second place and came down pit road. So the only one out there left, Shane McKeechin, just sits 2.6 seconds in front of second place Christian Peterson now. If he continues that slow pace, caution on the speedway. Wow, that's going to shuffle everything.
That's exactly what that 28 needed right there. And being as long as these guys have been out there on these tires, I would not be surprised to see all of the leaders come down pit road once again. So our 3rd caution of the night here on lap number 76. We'll try to Looks like it was Haggerty, maybe in the 23 truck. Jared Haggerty, he was running 10th. So problems with that 23 truck here. Late in the going, we're inside that 10 lap mark. So do we see guys pit here? Is there enough time for them, or what are we going to see? I think that 28 definitely needs to come down pit road. There's only 12 trucks on the lead lap, so we'll see what happens here as the field makes their way to the back of the pace car, and as pit road will be open this time. Who's coming and who's not?
I tell you what, I don't know. You got 12 trucks on the lead lap. I'd say anybody besides 5th on back should come down and get 4 tires and try to get the win. But I'd say that 28 Shamie Keeshan has to come down pit road, really. Otherwise, maybe see a couple 2 tires, 4 tires here. Let's see. 28's down. Who's going to go? 94 is going to start it. They're in 3rd place. That's going to be the number 71 of Kristen Peterson. Really was the bad one there. Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't there. The 12 behind him, sorry, not the 12, 17. Going to be on the tail end of the lead lap, but that's 71. Woo! That's going to be tough. Now let's go down to pit road. Yeah.
Looks like about 4 of them, I guess, maybe stayed out. Looks like Sean Bounty only going to take 2 tires for that 34 truck, so he's going to have an opportunity. It looks like the 3, the 94, and the 34 all took 2 tires on that stop there, so some strategy coming in. I would imagine the 2 tires will be faster than the guys with the 4 tires, but I got to like maybe that 46 came down really late in that run there, Anthony Ankello. So I would say out of the top 4, I would definitely say, or I should say the top 3, I would definitely say he's got the better tires of Corey Henry or Christian Peterson. The problem is he's going to have a lot of hungry guys just behind him. The only problem here is when you got guys on old tires and guys with new tires, it makes the racing so much closer, so much, I guess, harder that it's going to be interesting here on this restart what happens. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was our last yellow or not.
Yeah, and unfortunately what we're hearing is the number 3, Brandon Taberco, caught speeding on pit road. He is going to go back to the end of the longest line here, unfortunately, and will not be his finish tonight that he was hoping for. But he is going to, looks like he's just going to say, I'm done. I'm going to park it on the side there and going to let these guys have at it. Just like you said, though, we got the first 2 rows pretty much on older tires. Going to have the 83 Ramon Evans is going to be the last one on no tires on that stop. 94 took 2, as well as the 34 of Sean Boundy. Looks like the first car to take 4 was, I think, Dana Osborne. So he's going to be in 9th place. It might have been the 28 as well, but we'll see. It's going to be a gaggle.
Yeah, it will be Shane McKeechin, I believe, the first one with 4 tires. He's going to restart in the 7th spot. So right now, 5 laps to go here. It'll probably be about a 3-lap shootout, I think, when we get the green flag to get back to racing. So hopefully it is the final caution. These guys can race it out, duke it out to the end, because it's going to be pretty fun to watch some of those guys with the 2 tires and with the 4 tires trying to make their way up to the front here. So this will be a lot of fun to watch. Don't change the channel. Put it that way. You don't want to miss a thing here. The Roddcar Truck Tour at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Coming up at 10 p.m., though, in about 45 minutes or so. You're going to see round number 1 of the Ice Super Chase right here on LSRTV and iRacing Live, and we're talking a doozy with that as well. When you talk restrictor plate racings with Chase, and anything can happen at these racetracks, they do it every single week, and you don't want to miss a moment of that action either. Tonight, 2 feature events, a B-Main, a 25 laps first up, and, of course, to round the night off, 50-lap A-Main feature. And when you're talking this chase this season, Josh, there's big changes in it. 16 guys have qualified themselves into it. Only 6 of them advance after the next 2 races to get into round number 2.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. And just as Rod Flag Race Control down there says, plane leaves for Daytona in about 5 minutes. So these guys pretty excited to get on to Daytona here later on tonight. But we got to get this truck race done first here at Las Vegas.
At Daytona the way they're racing.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty much it. We might see that here in the next couple minutes. But everybody getting lined up 2 by 2. Honestly, we could see another last lap pass for the win. I can't even pick a winner. There's just too many different strategies going in. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
trucks
gonna be
that are
crazy.
deserving of their first
Yeah.
win of the season as well. So right up in here inside the top 5. So that 46, the 83, look for those guys. Even Corey Henry hasn't had a win yet this season. So a lot can happen here on the final 3 laps we'll have here when the green flag drops with the 71 of Christian Peterson. Stayed out that last go around here as everybody, just about everybody else behind him, came down to take at least 2 tires. So 4 trucks, top 4 right now, all out there on older tires. You got to like that 46, though. He hasn't been out there that long on that set of tires, at least not as long as that 71 of Christian Peterson. As they come to the restart box, the green flag waves and get this thing back underway now. 3 laps to go here in Vegas. Pretty wild start right there. Almost looking 3 wide action now. Let's look at the 94. Frank Musilia to the middle. Anthony Ankello is just going to drop to the apron and let these guys go at it now. We've got a guy with 2 tires now looking to make some noise in third off 2.
Yeah, and that was an interesting move there by that 46 of Anthony Keller, but definitely opened the door for the 94 of Frank Musiala. There comes that 20. Oh, a little bit loose. Oh, no, don't spin it. Able to save it. No, 23 might go around of Jared Haggerty around. Big crash, yellow. And it looks like the leader is going to be Peterson at the line.
Christian Peterson will get the win, and talk about staying out and talking about a gamble. Going to pay off for that 71 truck here. He'll pick up the win on the night here as we got 2 laps to go as we'll ride on board with the 23 truck as you see the replay of what happened there. The caution flag for the 4th time here tonight. We'll end this one here, and Christian Peterson will just have to roll around. Our points leader now coming into the night. 2 wins so far in the season. This is win number 3 for him in his championship hunt here this season. We're waiting for the pace car. It looks like here's a slow way up down on the front straightaway. And when that comes around here, we'll get the white flag, and final 1 more circuit around is all they have to do here under the caution flag as pace car finally catches up to him here, and we'll have to get it done. 1.5 miles now under the caution speed for that 71 machine. He'll pick up the win. How about Corey Henry? A strong run for him in second. Dane McKeechin, a good job by him to lead some laps there, stay out as long as he did. If he had pitted before that caution came out, Josh, we'd be talking about him being a lap down and not even in remotely contention here to be even on the podium. So a great job, a great call by him to stay out and then to come get those 4 tires, pick up a couple spots there on that restart, and able to get himself on the podium here before this thing's over.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't see too much shuffle up there after that. The green flag, unfortunately, the 94 got a little bit loose, probably trying to think he had all 4 tires, and unfortunately caught other people up in that wreck, and allowed Christian Peterson to go ahead and tie the most wins on the season with 3 with Brandon Chaburko, extend that points lead, and get himself another victory. Just a great night for him, really. I mean, extending that points lead the best he could, and it's really best thing possible for that 71 tonight. It looks like the 3 and 26 are having a little bit of fun there on the apron.
More shenanigans.
More shenanigans. Yeah.
Well, off of turn number 4, final time. Checkered flag will wave this time. Christian Peterson will pick up his 3rd win of the season, and tonight it comes at Las Vegas. Corey Henry 2nd, Shane McKeechin in that 3rd spot. A pretty good race all over around here at Las Vegas. A lot of competition up front. A lot of guys battling for that win. A lot of guys battling for the race lead all throughout the night here. Pretty good race sized up overall for these trucks here at Las Vegas. They typically do put on a pretty good show when you put the trucks on this racetrack. So it definitely held up that part of the bargain here. But Christian Peterson picks up his 3rd win of the season. We'll talk to him and the rest of our top 3 finishers here on this evening when our LSRTV post-race show continues here from Las Vegas. You've been watching the Roddcar Truck Tour on LSRTV, the voice of sim racing. Welcome you back here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the conclusion of the Roddcar Truck Tour, Las Vegas 185, I think it was. But anyway, either way, it doesn't matter. 83 laps are complete. We do have a winner coming home tonight, the 71 of Christian Peterson, getting the job done. Third win of the season. We'll talk to him in just a moment. He picks up the win. Corey Henry, solid run from him from 17th up to second. Shane McKeechin will finish third. Ramona Evans will finish fourth. Dana Osborne, a strong run for him as well, finishes in the top five. Sean Bounty will come home sixth. Seventh goes to Matt Quick. Brandon Chaburka will rebound and finish eighth. Ninth goes to Daniel Holloway. And Frank Busilia, with the problems he had on that final green flag lap there, he will come home 10th.
Case Miller, after starting first, not the night he wanted, finishes 11th. Anthony Ankella, last car truck on the lead lap, finishes 12th. Jared Haggerty, 2 laps down. Jason Altman's 14th. 15th, Rod Flag. 16th, Glenn Hedrick. 17th, Rodney Wofford, Mark Jorgensen Jr., and Ryan Keefe's run. Finish out your field tonight with the 19th position. Well, I think down there in victory lane, Andy Kessler has caught up with your victor tonight, Christian Peterson.
That's right. I am down here in victory lane, and how about it for Christian Peterson here tonight? Third win of the season, pads the point standings just a bit as well. Christian, congratulations. Big win for you here in Vegas.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was a pretty good race. I enjoyed it. It was fun up at the front there with Chubbs. We were kind of messing around a little bit, but it was all clean, and it was a lot of fun racing side by side with him.
I'll tell you what, usually the mile and a halfs will have some close racing the first 4 or 5 laps of a run, and then everything kind of gets spread out quite a bit as the tires wear. But I'll tell you what, this racetrack put on a pretty good show here tonight. We had 6, 7 guys every time we had a restart, even deep into the run, up until that green flag pit stop. It was close racing up in the front, a lot of battling for position. I almost thought we were at the super speedway already.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, Goodyear must have brought a good tire because there was really not that much fall off. I mean, I took 2 of the tires there at the end under that green flag pit stop. I think Chubbs took 4. And I don't think he was going to catch me, but yeah, the yellow came out and they ended up pitting. And I think 3 or 4 the other ones stayed out too, and that kind of helped. But yeah, the tire was good. There was hardly any fall off, so you could really, get after it side by side. And even in 3 and 4, the top seemed to work pretty well. Usually it's just 1 and 2 that the top works here, but 3 and 4 was working well too after about 6 or 7 laps.
Well, with all that happened there, was that kind of, you knew exactly how the tire fall off had been all night? Was that what helped you make that decision to stay out on that last time rather than come in, even though there was only 12 trucks on the lead lap?
Yeah, definitely. I think if I was the only one that stayed out, then I would have been screwed. But luckily, I had Yankello, one of my new teammates in the league, and I think there was like 4 or 5 guys that stayed out, and they padded. They gave me a little padding so I could get away, and it worked out.
Well, it definitely worked out. You picked up your 3rd win of the season. With Seth not being here this week and the problems that Rodney Wofford had, you definitely gained a lot of points here tonight and propelled yourself here with 4 weeks left to go to get that championship, or at least move your way one step closer to that goal and get yourself your 3rd win here tonight. Tying Brandon Chaburko now with the 3 wins. We know there's a couple others there that kind of slipped away in the last laps. Michigan comes into mind, kind of a crazy ending there too as well. But overall, you got to be pretty excited about the way the season's gone for you, and able to be at least in contention and at least have the points lead here with only 4 races to go.
Yeah, I kind of lucked out with Seth not being here tonight, but definitely, I don't know how much I'm leading the points by, but yeah, it feels good with only, I don't know how many weeks left, but not too many left, I don't think. So it should be a good end of the season, and hopefully we can keep the points lead.
You're absolutely right by that. But next week we head to Phoenix. We wish you the best of luck there. But first, we'll give you the opportunity. Sponsors, shout-outs, Christian, who helps you get to victory lane.
Yeah, just everybody at 6 Man. Seth, Shane, Anthony, and Kello. I think it was Shane's birthday yesterday, so shout out to him. Happy birthday. And you guys in the booth.
We appreciate that. Congratulations again, and we'll see you next week in Phoenix.
All right, see you guys.
All right, there you have it. Our winner here tonight at Las Vegas, picking up his third win of the season. And I'll throw it down now to pit road here as Josh Ball's caught up with our second place finisher.
Yeah, down here with Corey Henry starting P17 on the night, able to come home second place. Kind of a wild night out there.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting race, to say the least. We had our fair share of problems, but in the end, pit strategy paid off, and we were able to come away with the podium finish.
Yeah, and Corey Henry's best finish on the season, second place here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Seems like a lot of different runs. The high side worked, bottom side worked, and then it seemed to fall off towards the end of the runs. But you're able to get your number 12 truck up there. Good job by you. I mean, getting around all those couple incidents and got some green flag pit stops. But what was your biggest key to the night and to finish in second?
Just staying out on that last restart, really. I felt like we ran top 5 pretty much the entire race, except for when I got into the wall before Rodney and Mark got together there and had about 40 seconds of damage repaired. And then after that, the truck was still pretty strong. We were able to work our way back up in the top 5 and just kind of race around. Vegas is one of the few tracks that iRacing has with multi-groove racing, and it was definitely one of the better races that we've had all season. It was fun being able to go high, go low, anywhere your truck wanted to go. It was fun.
Yeah, we saw some great 2 and 3 wide action here tonight at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Getting ready for iSuper Speedway, starting here in a little bit. You're in the chase there, and I'm sure that was a little bit of action right before you get ready to go for that here shortly.
Heck yeah, you've not seen nothing yet. Be sure to stay tuned for the Cup race. It's going to be exciting one, and we've got the Twin Mind Productions cars running for Dark Horse tonight. Running those for Derek Walker. Check out his new video, Throwing the Towel, if you haven't. It's pretty funny. Ready to go racing.
There you go, Corey Henry. Any final sponsor shout-outs? I know you just gave most of them, but anybody else you'd like to thank before we let you go there, Corey?
I just want to thank all the teammates. Got to thank Rodney, Chris, Derek, and Greg. And, of course, again, Twin Mind Productions. That's Derek Walker's production crew. And going to run his colors tonight in honor of his new film. And we're going to go digging on the birthday and hopefully pull out a W.
There you go. Corey Henry finishes tonight here second place in Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Going to go digging here a little bit at Daytona. But now I'm going to send it back down to the other end of pit road. Andy Kessler caught up with third place finisher Shane McKeechan.
That's right. I am down here caught up to the third place finisher of this race here, Shane McKeechan in the 28 truck. And Shane, you had some strategy play out there. Did you have enough fuel to make it to the end if we didn't have that caution?
Oh, no. It was, I think I was probably going to run out if I ran it coming all the way back. It came out perfect. We got saved by a caution there, and I feel like we got bit by one there at the very end. I think we had the tires to make the pass and take that win.
Obviously, with the caution in the last 5, it ends the race, and that happened here tonight. But with the fresh tires and being saved by that caution there, we got to be pretty happy getting a top 3 finish here tonight. And you didn't have a bad truck. You started off pretty well up in the top 10. Started 9th, and you were able to get yourself up close to that top 5 there at the beginning part of the race. And it seemed like the tire wear wasn't that bad, but it also seemed like the racing was looked like a lot of fun out there anyway. A lot of side-by-side action here tonight. Not typically what we see when we come to mile and a half, but Vegas here tonight sure showed some.
Yeah, this track, it definitely played out kind of like a super speedway, where it allowed I'm not that good at these tracks, but the draft and everything allowed a lot of us to get in a wad there and race, as long as you didn't, run into the wall or push up into somebody. So it kind of equalized the field and gave us guys an opportunity. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I hated to see that last caution there, but it was a real fun race.
Well, obviously, this is just the prelude to what's to come here tonight. You picked up 2 wins this season in the iSuper Speedway Series, and you got to go into the chase round chase round number 1 here in just a little bit here as the top seed. Talk about that a little bit going into it with the 2 wins on the season. You got yourself in a pretty good position here to to have a solid night here in the first week at Daytona in the feature events. And with that said, though, I mean, 16 drivers made it, only 6 move on. How much pressure is it on you guys to not have a mistake in these first couple of races?
Yeah, that's key there. You definitely would like to. I wish I could trade this for a top 3 tonight and the main event, but that there is a little cushion there. But the main objective tonight is to capitalize on that and add to it. Get a solid finish and finish on the lead lap, and try to play it out and see where it takes us. Definitely want to make it through this first round. I think last year, the last time I was in the chase, I think we went out on the first round. We didn't have a good season there, or a good chase.
We get the opportunity to move it a little bit further and closer to a championship run this season. That all comes, obviously, in about 30 minutes or so. So we give you this opportunity to sponsor shout-outs. You got the podium finish here in the trucks, and hopefully you can do it again later on.
Yeah, thanks to all the guys that work with me, Seth and Christian, and a lot of those guys from Six Man. Thanks again for everybody putting in the effort to make the league what it is and keep building. And thanks again for you guys for the host.
There you have it, our third place finisher on the night, Shane McEachin, looking to do more in the Ice Super Speedway Series coming up in just about a half hour from now, and we all look forward to that as well. Josh, you're going to be in it as well. You got yourself a former champion 2 seasons ago, and get the opportunity now being in the chase once again to be that first 2-time winner in the Super Speedway Series. It's going to be a lot of fun here at Daytona. We haven't been at Daytona in a while. It's been about 3 weeks, I think. We've been at Talladega, so kind of a different venue for you guys that you haven't seen in about a month or so. So it should be a lot of fun here tonight coming up in about a half hour.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be exciting. You got 16 guys in the chase. All these guys are definitely deserving, and 4 out of the past 5 champions all in it as well. So definitely got some great company. Frank, Rod, myself, and Seth the Merchant's also in the championship. So plenty of guys to go out there. I got a little cushion on. At least right now, tied for to make it in with 1 win on the season, but it's going to be a grind. I tell you what, that's really the biggest thing what we're going to have tonight. And a lot of these guys coming out, first week of the chase, B main, A main, and back to the bread and butter of the league, what we started with. So definitely going to be interesting to see how that goes for all those guys out there as well. Those 16, not all of them have transferred in to the A main already, so we're going to see some guys coming from the B main, which will be pretty exciting to watch.
It absolutely will be. Again, that comes up in just a half hour's time right here on iRacing Live and LSRTV, so we hope you tune in for that. But for everybody at LSRTV, including myself, Josh Ball up here in the booth, and of course our lovely and talented producer, Cisco Scaramuza, down in the production truck, getting that picture to you. We hope you tune in just a little bit. First round of the Ice Super Speedway Chase, and it all gets set to get underway at Daytona International Speedway. But until then, we'll see you then. And we hope you all tune in for that. And we look for some exciting racing coming up in just a little bit. Until then, we'll see you.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented under the authority of LSRTV LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations and may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form, nor the accounts and descriptions of this event disseminated in any way without the express written permission of Live Sim Racing TV. LSRTV would like to thank its loyal fans for their continued support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.